That cleaned her up pretty good. Yeah. And I cleaned the hood up here with some paint thinner. Clean some of that sand off it. I know Oliver originally had a yellow primer that they used underneath their tractors. I think somebody did this one because this one looks, if you can look at it close, looks like this may have been a hood that set out on a tractor for a while. It's got little pits, but the primer should fill those. If it doesn't, man, I always wish I had it. Okay. I think I'll mix up some primer and give them a shot. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, got things primed. Turned out very well. Using some Krylon Oliver implement paint. This is the primer. I have the Oliver green to put on it next. It's coming out very nice. It's going to look a lot nicer than it did anyway. Also painted the hood for Old Goldie, if we use this one. So we got them primed. Bring it back when we get her painted. Oliver green. Alrighty, there's our Krylon Oliver implement paint, Oliver green, that old green. I give it 2 coats so far. We'll give it another coat. But it's coming along pretty nice. I don't know what color they had before, but it was not Oliver green. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Got this at Napa. That's the Krylon paint. Got that. We're painting. My son's 55 here with it too. Krylon. There's the Oliver green. And the primer. There's the reducer. And we also have hardener. So it works out pretty good. Just sprayed it on with an old paint gun I got at Harbor Freight. I'm really liking the way that's turning out. Still working on the hood. It's over there. I got most of the paint off it now. Probably finish it up later this evening here. I won't get it painted, but I'll get the old down to bare metal on it anyway. Okay, I've been working on these fenders a little bit. Got the old radio off, and I got those ugly little light brackets they'd welded on. Got those off now. Buffed them down. They were welded on fairly good. Got that one little bump there. I believe this handle here, I'll clean it up a little bit, but I'll leave it on and paint it. It wouldn't be handy. So we are working on the fenders here. I plan on taking them off and sanding them down good, do like I did the grill and the hood, and getting those painted up. And we cleaned it up. We got the seat to fix here. I got a new rubber part here, the dampener. Got a new one of those. Got a little bit of straightening to do on the adjusting pin here. It's kind of bent, but we get it pretty good there. And then I need to take the gas tank back off, pull all the gauges out of it, steering wheel, clean that all up, take that shroud off around the instruments there and the steering wheel, throttle, ignition, all that, and the choke wires. We'll get all that taken off and clean that all up and paint it. And then we'll have that all off. We'll get it over there, get the tires off, wheels off, paint the wheels, the rims and all that on that, and the frame, and we'll get her looking pretty good. Pretty sound old tractor for a 1957. There, I got that front crown there. I got it all painted up. I got some tape on the emblem. Got it painted up, so we get the grill back on it, and that'll make the radiator stabilized in. Radiator, they had an old rusty clamp here on the air intake, so I got to put a ring around that, and it's got this little doohickey here on the radiator that the clamp goes around, and that's what holds this down with that radiator clamp. That hose clamp and everything will hold that right there. She's coming along. Just takes time. And it's kind of a labor of love and enjoying doing it. Okay, here I got most of the bulk of the paint off the hood. Get ready to sandblast. Then we'll prime it. And then we'll get to finish the painting. Okay, there it is, all sandblasted. Got a little work to do. Got to make a little bracket. Goes right here for the muffler clamp. Hold the pipe up. Got to fix those holes there. Fix those holes and make that little bracket. Weld it in place, and we'll be able to paint. Okay, there's the hood. Got it sandblasted. Now we got it primed. Made the bracket for the exhaust pipe there to be clamped onto. Did a real super job trying to fill those holes, but good enough for what I need it for. We do have it primed with Krylon primer, farm implement paper primer. Got it in here with the air-ons. Let it cure for about 24 hours, and then we'll paint it Oliver meadow green. Takes about 24 hours for everything to cure so you can paint it. I found out the hard way you don't want to rush it. Okay, I'm going to attempt to make the bracket for the muffler clamp. A piece of steel here I can utilize. So we'll get on that. let that cool down. It should be able to tap that a little bit on an anvil. A little bit of a curvature to match the hood. Don't look too bad there. Here's what we got. That should, I'll be able to cut that down to fit on there, and then your muffler clamp goes on that to hold your pipe. Simple yet stunning. And here's the grill. Getting it back on. Paint came out pretty well on that. And there's the front part of the old 55. Doesn't look too bad when you're standing 100 yards from it. I know that center place is supposed to be green, but I like them red. That's why I did this old 77 that way. I know this, on a Super, this is all supposed to be green. This is supposed to be green with yellow lettering, but I like them red. No goalie here when we get it going. We'll paint it up right. It'll be all green where it needs to be, and even the wheels will be green on it. We got a lot of work to do on that one. Got a big crease along here to take out. Get all that old paint off of it. You can tell it was green underneath the gold. And you can tell these wheels were red underneath that white they painted them. And they painted them green too. Got a lot of coats of paint to get rid of. Now I'll be doing the rest of the tractor. You can see here where I removed those light brackets that they had welded on, and the bracket for a radio they had on it that no longer worked. I think the handle I will leave. They've got that welded on pretty solid, and it might be handy to have that there. This would be it for part 2. We'll keep informed. We'll be doing part 3 when we get the rest of the tractor tore down and ready to paint the fenders and the frame and all the rest of the engine and all. So I'll catch you on the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. Catch you later. Bye-bye.